Thanks for joining. This class is going to focus on some of the things I use to help keep my low back pain-free, especially after I go do any kind of grappling. It's going to be good for everyone, but especially those of my friends who like to wrestle or do jiu-jitsu or any kind of grappling art. It can really work your low back in ways that we aren't used to and put a little strain on it to create some pain later in the day. So this is one of my go-to little sequences that helps you feel better. And like I mentioned, even if you don't do any kind of grappling, if you have low back pain, this is going to be pretty helpful for you. Okay? So we're going to begin lying on our backs. But as you lie on your back, let your knees be bent. More specifically, bring the soles of your feet to the floor with your knees pointing up. And for now, just rest your hands on your abdomen. Just your hands on your low abdomen. And close your eyes, relax your jaw. Just take a moment here to settle in. And what we're also really doing is allowing our hip flexors, the muscles in the fronts of your hips, to slacken. Oftentimes we think we should stretch them, but if you've been in this kind of position for a long time, whether grappling or just sitting in a chair for a long time, those muscles get used to being in this kind of shortened state. Now if we try to pull on them and go the other direction quickly, they'll grab on and hold tighter, which will cause pressure, or really pull on our lumbar spine, our lower back. So this allows these muscles in here to slacken a little bit and relax before we start to move them and they're starting to stretch. So let's take a few minutes here, a couple minutes really, to begin to notice your breath. First, just notice your breath, as I said. And hopefully with your hands, you can feel your abdomen move a bit on the breath. So as you inhale, your abdomen will tend to fill up a little bit. When you exhale, your abdomen will fall back down toward the floor. Preferably now breathe through your nose smoothly. Another minute here. All right, now begin to use just a little effort to lengthen your breath. Don't worry so much about taking deep breaths. Think more about slow, smooth breaths through your nose. And again, when you exhale, feel your abdomen move to the floor. Even begin to engage your abdomen a bit as you exhale. Tighten your abdomen. When you inhale, allow your abdomen to soften. And again, as you exhale, tighten your abdomen. Inhale, allow your abdomen to soften. Try that a few more times. The main muscle you breathe with, your diaphragm, is really closely connected in a number of ways to the muscles I was just speaking about earlier, your hip flexors, as well as the muscles in your low back. So when we get the diaphragm to move more, it'll create a little more circulation in the area that we're focusing on. You might even begin to feel the breath create some movement in your low back area as you're breathing this way. All right, now from here, just use your hands to hold your right shin. And then as long as it doesn't cause any pain, stretch your left leg all the way to the floor. It's going to be really simple. So as you exhale, just pull your right thigh in so you feel it compress the right side of your abdomen. And then when you inhale, let your right thigh move away from your abdomen, so your arms will straighten. And again, as you exhale, pull your thigh in. When you inhale, straighten your arms so your thigh moves away from your abdomen. Try that a few more times. And as you do that, don't only stretch your left leg over here forward, begin to really tighten it up. So imagine you're standing on your left leg even though you're on your back. So that leg is engaged quite a bit as you move your other leg on the breath. Okay, now let's begin to get the hamstrings a little involved too. Readjust your hands so you hold the back of your right thigh like you're holding your hamstring area. And like earlier, as you exhale, pull your thigh in. And now as you inhale, press your right heel toward the ceiling. Get your right leg as vertical as possible, opening the back of your right knee. And repeat, as you exhale, pull your thigh in. And as you inhale, press your right heel up and open the back of your right knee a little bit more from the strength of your right quadriceps. Let's try that a few more times. Left leg over here, bottom leg still real strong, real active. All right, now keep your right leg up. Imagine you're going to stand in the ceiling with the sole of your right foot. Now, assuming it doesn't cause any pain, take your hands off your thigh and on the floor. If you take your hands off though and it hurts your low back, skip that part. Just keep your hands on your leg. That's okay too. Wherever you want, let's take a few more breaths. All right, now let your right knee bend a little bit again so you can make a big circular motion with your right leg. A big circular motion with this right leg. Left leg, still real active. And then reverse it, go the other direction. Some popping may occur. Alright, great. Let's change sides. Let's stretch your right leg out to the floor. Keep it strong. Hold your left shin first, and then maybe 4 or 5 times exhalations. Now, pull your left thigh in so your left thigh compresses the left side of your abdomen. When you inhale, let your arms straighten so your left thigh moves away from your abdomen. And by the way, not only this compresses your abdomen, but also when I pull this left thigh in, you should feel a little, you might feel a little stretching in the front of your right hip, that hip flexor area. Okay, and then the hamstring involved now. So hold the back of your left thigh. Next time you inhale, press your left heel up so you open the back of your left knee. Right leg strong still. Exhale, bend your left knee and pull your thigh in again to your abdomen. Keep going. And once it feels like you've gone to both sides an equal number of times, keep your left leg up and imagine you're standing on the ceiling with the sole of your left foot. It might feel good to have your hands on your legs still, it might feel good to have your hands off, either way is fine. All right, now allow your left knee to bend again and make that circular motion with this leg. It might feel different than the first one. It does for me. All right, and then reverse it, go the other direction. Okay, good. Now pull both knees into your chest. And then bring both feet to the floor for a bridging. So have your feet about hip width and parallel, arms down by your sides. Now as you inhale, press your feet down, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips and lift your arms, both arms. Keep inhaling until the backs of your hands are on the floor behind your hips up and as high as you can comfortably. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips and your arms. Repeat as you inhale, press your feet down, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips and lift your arms. Exhale, slowly lower your hips and arms. Try that 5 or 6 more times. Inhale up, exhale down, really mindful. Each vertebra articulating into the next. Still preferably breathing slowly and smoothly through your nose. Alright, so this next time, bring your arms down, but keep your hips up. Keep pressing your feet on the floor, press your palms down, squeeze your glutes. A few more slow, smooth breaths. Alright, good. Lower your hips. Take a moment to relax. One more in the supine position here. Let's do some windshield wipers. So open your feet wider, so like at least the width of your shoulders. If you're on a yoga mat, even the width of your yoga mat. Arms out like a cactus. Okay, now as you exhale, drop your knees to the left and turn your head to the right. Inhale back to the center. Now as you exhale, drop your knees to the right and your head to the left. Let's try a few more of those. So whenever you inhale, your knees are up and you're looking up. When you exhale, drop your knees to one side, but turn your head to the other side. The next time you drop your knees to the left, keep them there. It might feel good to bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. If that hurts, obviously skip that part. Otherwise, stay here. Breathe slowly and smoothly through your nose. And then change sides. Unwind, draw your knees in. Now assuming it doesn't hurt again, do a little rocking front and back. If that bothers your low back, skip this part. And then let's come up to seated. Cross your ankles and stretch back into crocodile pose. Nice and simple. All you need to do is lie on your abdomen and rest your forehead on your hands. Take a few slow, smooth, but full breaths here. Now imagine you're breathing into your low back. So as you inhale, you feel your abdomen kind of fill into the floor now, but you probably also feel your low back lift up a little bit away from the floor. When you exhale, that process will just reverse.
All right, now from here, bend your knees and make a circular motion with your feet and shins so you rotate your thighs again. As you do this, bending your knees, though, keep your hips on the floor. Try to avoid lifting your hips away from the floor. Then reverse it, go the other direction. All right, bring your feet back to the floor now. Come into sphinx pose, so you're on your forearms, elbows directly under your shoulders. Grip with your hands. See if you can pull your rib cage away from your hips. So you create a little more length in your low back. Now, feel free to stay here, of course, but if you want, you can bend your knees again and make those circles. A couple things, if you bend your knees and it hurts your low back, don't do it. You can bring them back down. If you can bend your knees, make sure you don't lift your hips up as you do it. Keep pressing your hips down as you bend your knees and make those circles. And then reverse and go the other direction. Okay, great. Now, finally stay here in sphinx pose. Or if it feels okay, readjust your hands under your shoulders so you can lift into a bigger cobra. Or might even feel good to lift in the upward facing dog where just your hands and your feet are on the floor. Any one of those are good. Just make sure you lift your navel, broaden your collarbone area. And now let's go back into downward facing dog. So lift your hips up real high. Press your chest toward your toes and relax your neck. Okay, let's try a few pigeon variations. So now slide your right knee forward to the outside of your right wrist. And then externally rotate your thighs so you can point your right toes towards your left wrist over here. Okay, now slide your left knee back and sink your hips. Set it in here for a moment. Feel free to lower down to your forearms if it feels good. Breathe into your back. Then your choice, stay here or lift back up, whichever feels better. All right, then let's change sides. Step back to down dog, and now slide your left knee forward to the outside of your left wrist. Point your left toes towards your right wrist over here. Slide your right knee back, sink your hips, settle in. Down to your forearms, breathe into your back again. And after a few breaths, feel free to stay here longer, or if it feels better, lift up off your forearms. Either way is good. Good. One more time back to down dog. And then let's just come down to all fours and have a seat, preferably on your heels. If that's not comfortable, of course, do whatever seated pose that does feel comfortable. Take a moment here to relax. Sit nice and tall, close your eyes. Take 1 minute here just to really notice how it feels to be in your body today at this time. All right, great. So
Hope you enjoyed this. As I mentioned, I find it really helpful after jujitsu or kind of grappling practice, but it can be also really good after sitting for a long period of time or anytime your low back is bothering you. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep us informed what's going on. Let us know. Follow us on Instagram, social media, YouTube, all that stuff. We've got channels. Let us know. That's a good way to contact us. Let us know how you're doing and what videos you'd like to see. We'll be happy to create videos on request. Have a great day.